And drivers, speaking of, say they're fed up with road construction in northeast Jefferson County. Residents in that area say the ongoing construction started months ago. Now I'm talking about the bridge replacement project on Old Springville Road. And originally it was supposed to be finished by the time school started, but delays are now stretching into the holiday season. But let's hear your feedback with this. Has the construction been an issue for you? What's been the biggest challenge when construction takes longer than expected? Go ahead and scan the QR code right there on your screen or go to abc3340.com to vote. But in the meantime, here's our Valerie Bell with the I-Team story.
Months of cones, detours, and delays on Old Springville Road, and neighbors say the strain is adding up.
It's been very inconvenient.
For nearly a decade, Otis Johnson Sr. has lived in the Cosby Lake neighborhood. Between this detour and I-59, already jammed with road work, Johnson says every trip now takes longer than ever.
20 minutes. With the traffic and all, now 20 minutes, when I could easily do it in 5.
The bridge replacement project on Old Springville Road first started in February. The road closure followed on May 28th. The county flagged it through its stormwater program, sitting on the list for 5 years as a fix for repeated overtopping.
This situation, just for the feasibility reasons, it was better for us to detour to build the bridge in the existing condition.
The $5 million project is fully funded through the American Rescue Plan Act. The goal, raise the bridge, prevent dangerous flooding, and pedestrian improvements.
What would have happened if this project wasn't done?
Just a risk of during heavy rain events, as I'm sure citizens are aware, it seems like more rain events periodically than we once did. That I think through development, there's just a different change of stormwater, and you could have seen an issue where we had to close the road temporarily during a flooding event, or an event where there's traveling public on a road that has water on the surface, and that's just not a safe condition.
More than 10,000 drivers use this stretch every day. And while some have learned to adjust, local businesses say they've felt the impact.
When it first started, there was a lot of people having a hard time figuring out the rerouted, the detours. We had several customers that were having trouble with making their appointments on time.
Laura Love Brown, one of the owners of Before and After Salon, says it's put a strain on side streets, but over time, things smoothed out.
People are figuring it out, yeah. Most everybody has figured out a way around at this point.
For others, though, there was no workaround. The owner of Barbecue Stop told us summer sales were down by 66% compared to last year, their busiest season. Combined with management challenges, they say the road detour became the final straw, forcing them to close their doors. Now they're looking to reopen somewhere else. The county says crews ran into unexpected problems, utilities buried for a century that didn't show up on maps, plus weather delays.
Once you get out there into the construction field and you start digging, sometimes you find things that you did not realize was going to be there. And so we just really ran into utility delay after utility delay, and then weather affected us a little bit. There were some weather events that had to stop construction, and since then we're about a 60 to 70 day delay.
The project was expected to finish before school began, but now the detour won't end until late November, with full completion pushed to February.
You don't realize how many bus routes go through a road until you close a road. But we've been communicating with the Board of Education and the schools out there since the project started.
A Jefferson County school spokesperson tells us some bus routes were adjusted at the start of the school year, but those have been in place since day one. They admit there were delays early on, but say arrival times are about the same as before construction, thanks to cooperation between transportation, parents, and schools. As for public safety, Centerpoint Fire says it was looped in early and made changes to avoid delays.
Fortunately, it was on a jurisdictional split between our stations. We really have not seen any delay in our response on our initial response. It did slow a little bit on our secondary response units that back up other stations. We've made some adjustments to our initial dispatch to overcome the delay that we would initially have seen from the road closure.
Until then, drivers will keep navigating the detours with hopes the new bridge will bring a smoother and safer ride in the future.
I promise we want it open as much as the citizens do, and we're working every day to get that done.
In Jefferson County, Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 I-Team.